Corporate Fair team, Charlie here in typical home office uniform with my crazy cat Sugar here bothering me. It's time for the first update of the year for our huge, awesome contest. And we're not off to a great start, but that's okay, so bear with me. Right now, we're up in events, but down around $208,000, around $208,000 exactly. And why is that? Why are we down but up in events? And the biggest reason is that a number of our largest events have pushed a little bit further into the calendar. So the good news is that over the next 5 weeks, we're projected to get all that back and a whole lot more with big event after big event hitting over the next 5 weeks. In fact, over the next 5 weeks, we are projected to be up $270,000, and then we're going to roll into October and crush it the rest of the year, hit all our goals, and win this contest. And the fact that some of the larger events are hitting a little bit later is okay. Maybe a little bit of a blessing in disguise, because some of our most impactful inventory has hit a little bit later than we'd like. Most of it had hit last week. So I talked about the next 5 weeks, but last week was the first week or the beginning of our run toward growth. We had amazing success stories last week, and there's one exceptional success story that deserves mentioning, and I think all of you would be interested in hearing about. It's Diane Cochran at St. Bernard's. Diane is the rep in Little Rock. She works with Matt Sievers, and this comparison event was a true comparison. It was the same week as last year, the same amount of days, the same payroll deduction terms. Everything was the exact same, except Diane, who's new. She's been with us for a little over 6 months. And except the result. The result was vastly different from last year. Diane grew the sale by 180%. She took it from $4,000 to $13,000 in sales last week. That's up $9,000. So Diane, congrats, amazing job. Looking at your numbers, you added 200 customers, and you added $3 to every transaction. That's amazing. And I want to be careful to not give the inventory too much credit on this, because Diane's been killing projections since day one, with or without new inventory. But she did some really smart things with the inventory that she had access to. One, she really supported the sheets. And oh, by the way, the sheets are full commission. So last week at St. Bernard's, Diane sold 36 sheets. They accounted for $1,000 in sales, or 8% of her entire sale. That is a huge number. And again, full commission. Focus on the full commission, not my crazy cat behind me. Next, she really supported the promo items. Everyone that she had, she took and heavily promoted. And those promo items, she ended up selling $1,100 of. And they range from selling a bunch of light bulbs to speakers to the charging cords to the sound bar. That $1,100 made up 9% of her sale. And lastly, this is something that I think we all need to remember, is she brings an absolute contagious enthusiasm to every event. If it's projected to do $1,000, Diane's going in think it's going to at least $1,500. That's just the way she operates. And because of that, she sets up really cool displays. And be on the lookout for her turntable display, which I know some of you have had trouble selling, but what she's doing is pretty cool, and she managed to sell 3 of them at her big event. So Matt has a video, and we're going to get it out to everyone so you can see her turntable display, playing some music, remembering that if you have vinyl, bring it. It helps. Also display or make sure people understand that it's a Bluetooth speaker. So really check this item out, because it's a cool item and can add to your average transaction. So the moral of the story here is get excited, because things are starting to really, really pick up. Your excitement makes a big difference at the events, and we're going to have an awesome run through December. Lastly, hope you're able to join our national conference call next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's all. Have a great day.